I've always thought an RC car or boat driving along with nobody in it looks a bit silly. It lacks realism. There's things you can do about it. You can paint the windows back or try and make your own figures. I've done both, but there are also other options. A lot of people use 7-inch poseable action figures, which is fine in larger cars such as Axial's Wraith. There's actually quite a variety of different sizes within the 1/10 scale designation. Both of these bodies are 1/10 scale, for example. One is an HSP Destrier and the other is an HPI Blitz. Here's my girlfriend's lightweight. I made this body by measuring the lightweight and dividing all the measurements by 10. As this model has a truck cab, I thought I'd get away with carving my own driver figure from polystyrene. Meet Polystyrene Man. With 1/12 scale, I find 5-inch poseable action figures fit the vehicle better. These represent characters from the British sci-fi show Primeval. I got them because I'd rather my driver figures look like everyday people than, say, wrestlers or superheroes. The problem is that the figure's legs don't rotate forwards enough to let them sit down. This is a 7-inch figure and he can sit down perfectly. All these 5-inch Primeval figures, however, have the same problem. This calls for surgery. The other problem is that scale interiors often don't actually go to full depth in front of the seats, so that a little surgery to the shins or ankles is sometimes required. Returning to the question of scale, this Anderson M5 is, we're told, 1/5 scale. What scale then is this Action Man? Clearly he's a lot smaller than 1/5 scale. This old Ford V8 is 1/8 scale. So presumably then is Action Man. So I want to remove enough material to let his thigh rotate forwards more. Obviously, as well as removing the plastic, this also cauterizes the wound, so the action figure runs risk of infection. Oh yeah, we're getting a result. This works. Okay, so I've given him the ability to move his legs all the way forwards. So now he can sit in a seat, or rather he would be able to if it weren't for these pesky legs of his. At last.